स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaय te namaha. Ramakrishna is insisting on sadhana, spiritual disciplines, along with your day-to-day life, like children going to school and without missing any part of their life, joyfully moving about in the home, eating, drinking, going for picnics, everything is going on. Studies are also going on. Within a few years, maximum 2 decades, the child will finish its education, is ready for job. Like that, without missing any part of the life, without disturbing your day-to-day activities, dive into sadhana. By the evening of life, you should know who you are in this body. Daily nature is separating you from body, and all things shows the total absence of this world when you are in sleep, and she takes you to sleep to make you understand here nothing belongs to you. You are not body. You have an existence independent of body. Realize it, my child. Every day she is warning us, and every day we get up and immediately identify with the body. Not even a thought comes, where did I go? How did I separate from this body? And how am I identifying? So this is Sri Ramakrishna's expectation. Do all your duties with great love and diligence and offer it to the divine and dive into sadhana, spiritual practices to reach God. Spiritual discipline is necessary in order to see God. I had to pass through very severe discipline. How many austerities I practiced under the bale tree. I would lie down under it, crying to the Divine Mother, "O Mother, reveal thyself to me." Tears would flow in torrents and soak my body. This is the struggle. This is the way the sages lived in the past, and the Hindu and Indian traditions, customs, and spiritual heritage is being built up on these lines of realization of God, striving, dedicating whole life to transcend the nature and go beyond. So this is our path, intense struggle to reach God. That actually Sri Ramakrishna has shown the path, and later on he says, though he has done so much is not necessary for a common man. If you do 1/16 of what Sri Ramakrishna has done, you will realize God. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, if you do 1/16 of what I have done, you will realize God. So the little efforts, not even half, not even quarter, not even 1/8, it is 1/16. So small amount that you have to sacrifice and do to reach God. Tears would flow in torrents and soak my body. You practice so many austerities, but people expect to realize God in a moment. Can a man build a wall simply by moving his finger around his home? M is asking Master. Master with a smile. Amrita says that one man lights a fire and 10 bask in its heat. I want to tell you something else. It is good to remain on the plane of Leela after reaching the Nitya. Now, Sri Ramakrishna is telling about his own spiritual practices. Yemi is asking, you have practiced so many austerities, but people expect to realize God in a moment. Can a man build a wall simply by moving his finger around his home? Now, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, Amrita says, one man lights the fire and 10 bask the heat. This is a significant expression. Sri Ramakrishna is telling us, he has lit the fire and you have to bask to get rid of the extreme cold. You are in a cold country, surrounded by cold, and death is sure. You don't know where to bring the fuel, how to light the fuel, how to warm up. But somebody has lit, go and sit and bask yourself, save yourself from that cold. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling significantly here that he has lit the fire, he has done all the austerities, only you have to just identify with him, surrender to him, love him, slowly imbibe those qualities that he has directly from him. So here says, one man lights fire and 10 bask it. I want to tell you something. It is good to remain on the plane of Leela after reaching the Nitya. Nitya is absolute. After reaching absolute, I can merge, I have total freedom from nature. Nature can no more bind me. If I want, I can come down and have hundreds of lives also. I can have 100 lives at a time also. Nature cannot bind me. After reaching the Nitya, after realizing God, I am totally free from nature. But to come back into the world after realizing and live with the devotees, helping them, loving them, because he is not bound by karma. Nothing is going to affect him. Whether any action is not going to bind. It is only expression of love and love alone. So here it is good to remain, after reaching Nitya, remain in Leela. Now this part is called Leela. Leela is where you are totally free and you are still playing. It is like a father playing with a small child with the toys. He doesn't need toy, nor he enjoys it. But for the sake of child, he is coming down and playing with the toys, laughing and making fun, as if the toys are alive. And he is also, it is for the sake of child, he sees the child happy and feels the happiness. Like that, to come down to the plane of Leela and be with these people, love them, love the nature, and be there in order to enjoy the divine play. Once, you once said that one comes down to the plane of Leela in order to enjoy the divine play, Master. No, not exactly that. Leela is real too. M is telling, once you said, one comes down to the plane of Leela in order to enjoy the divine play. Divine play is going on. To enjoy it, I come down. Means, I am not participating artificially, knowing that it is false and play. Divine play is going on. The concept of divine play is that God has made this world out of not necessity, but as a play. Everything appears just like mind is playing, making a dream world. I am entering into dream state and experiencing a dream. Mind has created a dream world. It's a play going on. It's not a real thing. And when we wake up, we see, oh, mind alone was real. The play was unreal. This kind of Leela. Here, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, no, I did not mean like that. The Leela is also true. Just like the father is playing with child, the playing is also truly, he is truly playing, he is telling. The play is also true. The Leela is also true. Not exactly that. The Leela is real too. Let me tell you something. Whenever you come here, bring a trifle with you. Perhaps I should not say that. May look like egotism. I also told other saint that he should bring a penny worth of something with him. I asked Bhavnath to bring a penny worth of betel leaf. Have you noticed Bhavnath's devotion? Narendra and he seem like man and woman. He is devoted to Narendra. Bring Narendra here with you in a carriage, and also bring some sweets with you. It will do you good. Feeding a saint, feeding God, feeding people, feeding the animals, birds and all, where life is there, feeding them gives great satisfaction to those beings. The inner soul, independent of the mind and body, blesses. And when it is a part of the divine play, it takes an entirely different picture. Small services that are done to a sadhaka, a spiritual aspirant, to a sannyasi who has renounced everything really for God. These people, that just feeding takes you to higher levels of consciousness easily, because they are in tune with the divine. They have sacrificed their life for God and others. And holy men, they are always linked to the divine. Just like mother and child is going, a small child is going with the mother. Just talk to that child. Make a little fun. Give something to that child. It is not the child which is going to get so much joy. It is mother who is going to get that joy, that peace, that bliss. The child, if you take care of child, mother is pleased. Like that, the holy men who are totally dependent on God, if they are pleased, and you will see that God is pleased. And unknowingly, the nature's plan is evolution of jiva. And when you help them, when you feed them, it is part of nature. Nature has to take care of everyone who has renounced for God, every holy man who is in constant thought of God, every aspirant who is aspiring for God. All these people are always in some way linked to the divine, to the God. And when you feed them, it is He who is going to please. It is the nature who is taking care of their bodily existence who is pleased. She will arrange everything for your evolution. Because you are sacrificing for others, your care has to be taken by nature. God has to give you enlightenment. He'll be showing the light on your path, how to go. Now, this is small service. You have to bring one pie worth something, 1 penny worth to Sri Ramakrishna. And he takes a small part and gives to devotees who are thinking of God. It elevates it makes nature and God participate in the life of the donor. Otherwise, also our money will go away in our own enjoyments and spending. A small amount, 1 pie in 100 rupees, 1 pie, 1,000th of a part. You just feed and see the result. When direct disciples were there was a person who used to give some small things, a sweet meat, when he sees direct disciples moving about after Thakur's demise. And that person became a millionaire without any external support. Went on opening his doors towards that. And he could do a lot of service to the society also. So that is the link. That's why Sri Ramakrishna is asking to bring something for him that will do you good. It is always the donor who is benefited. It is the servant who is benefited than the one who receives the services. Knowledge and love both are paths leading to God. Jnana patha, bhakti patha. Karma, bhakti, jnana, karma, yoga. Karma yoga, it takes one of the 2 aspects. Either it takes the support of bhakti, I have to do the karma as an offering to God, I will do. As I am serving this world, I am trying to Shiva Jnana Jiva Seva. I bring jnana or bhakti into picture. I am offering that all. I am trying to see God in others and serve. It becomes a bhakti path. I am serving God only. It's a bhakti. I am doing, or I am not the doer. I am Atman. I am trying to realize that truth by serving people. So, trying to see the divine everywhere and serve. Either I bring jnana or bhakti. Karma is not an independent path till we are able to get internal purification of doing a karma without any expectations of any type. Nishkama karma. It is an independent path, of course. When it comes totally, there is no kamana, nothing, only love and blessings stands behind. The interest is seeking the welfare of Jiva. There is no, jnana is not brought into picture, bhakti is not brought into picture, compassion is not brought into picture, love, serving. It is an expression of love. It becomes an independent path. And then when we see the Raja Yoga is a path of self-control, Atma Sanyama, to calm down the whole mind, becoming vritti hina, all the vrittis of the mind has to be subsided by willpower, exercising the willpower. That is Raj Yoga. Their willpower applying belongs mostly to Jnanapatha. I am utilizing somehow the Jnana comes into picture, and Raj Yoga ultimately, the later Raj Yoga from the Patanjali afterwards, all the commentators, and in the end also, Patanjali Yoga, ending part, the commentaries always contain the Advaita's path, and Advaita contains the yoga path in the end. Yama, Niyama, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. This Ashtapadiya is used in the end of the all giving all knowledge. They begin this practice of this yoga. So Advaitic knowledge is brought into yoga, and yogic knowledge is brought into Advaita. And before that is the Sankhya. Sankhya belongs to the again Jnanapatha. Sankhya is the basis of yoga. The Prakriti and Purusha, that Chaitanya and Chit-Shakti, the whole play of the Prakriti, and to separate from the Prakriti and be the Purusha yourself is the yoga. So here you see basically there are two paths, the Jnana and Bhakti. Bhakti is my own vehicle coming out to take me to the beyond. That is love. Manifestation of the Atman is love. And then Bhakti is a path of love, manifestation of inner love. Jnana is Buddhi. Buddhi belongs to Prakriti, the vehicle given by Prakriti to reach. And one is my own vehicle to take you, that is my love. Love is manifestation of Atman. Buddhi belongs to Prakriti. She has given to us to transcend and go. It's very closest to the Atman. Farthest is the bodily existence. Buddhi is the nearest thing. So it is always sattvic and firm, clear, nischayatmika Buddhi. So Buddhi can get charged with consciousness and enter into consciousness. But no other, mind cannot, senses cannot, body cannot. Senses by their own nature enter into transcendental realm because they are not under the sattva rajatama. It is pure sattva. Jnanendriyas are from the sattva part, individually from the sattva part. So it is sattvic. There is no rajas and tamas element in buddhi. So it can enter. But the same manas, the moment it comes into nature, it starts moving about. Its movement is pradhana. It is influenced by the rajas. Though it emerges from sattva at the time of creation, sattva part of the pancha, this one, buddhi and manas, they emerge together collectively from the pancha tanmatras, akasha, vayu, agni, apa, prithvi. From those collectively buddhi manas form, from the sattvamsha. Still, buddhi moves towards the Atman and manas moves towards the manas. Prakriti is having a easier and greater hold on the manas, and it has come out from the reality. It is orientation, Buddhist orientation. That's why we separate. Otherwise, it's one. It is one mind stuff. But the buddhi part has orientation towards the Chaitanya. Manas has towards the world. Rajas enters into it and makes its movement. Here, Chaitanya enters into it and calms down. Small differences between mind and, though their origin is the same. So, knowledge and love. And another is three bridges or channels leading to the transcendental. One is buddhi, one is hridaya, the love, and the other is vaka. The mantra yoga comes from the vaka. From Chaitanya, vaka emerges. Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikhari. the 4 stages. We have 3 links to the Absolute to transcend the nature and go. One is my own love. I can turn inward or I can turn to the transcendental. Another is buddhi, which can penetrate through the nature into the beyond. The third is the one which is linking to the Chaitanya through Vak. We use the mantra japa and reach. So here, knowledge and love both are paths leading to God. Those who follow the path of love have to observe a little more outer purity. But the violation of this by a man following the path of knowledge cannot injure him. It is destroyed by the fire of knowledge. Even banana tree is burnt up when it is thrown into roaring fire. So Jnanapata, those who follow the path of bhakti has to maintain more and more purity because guilt is formed each time. The Advaitin takes everything, external things as only appearance. Because of his inconsciousness, oh, it's appearance, it doesn't matter. It's passing event, doesn't matter. That kind of, it doesn't create a guilt within. In bhakta, everything is real. Therefore, it creates a guilt within. It is just like man and woman. Man, most of his actions are externalized. Means they don't, if a man makes some harsh way of life or anything, it doesn't go to the depths of his being. But women doing anything goes to deeper because the heart is predominant there. Here, brain is predominant. It is like jnana and bhakti. Man doesn't care for external things much. He has desire for possession and enjoyment only. What happens, what he does and all this, he doesn't. Women are meticulous about their actions, thoughts, this, that, because heart is predominant. Where heart is predominant, it is going to stain. It is going to take deeper roots. If a woman makes a mistake, it immediately creates a guilt within. And very difficult to emerge out of it. It goes on eating from within. Man does the similar mistake. It doesn't go to that depth. On the maximum, on the mind and little deeper. It doesn't even touch the heart to create a guilt there. So the women are most protected and given shelter just because that their actions bind them to deeper levels of consciousness. So here we see bhakti is like woman and jnana is like man in their actions and guilt formation. So here we see that they are in the rare dimensions. Cannot injure him. Those who follow the path of bhakti have to observe a little more outer purity. But the violation of this by man following the path of jnana cannot injure him. It is destroyed by the fire of knowledge. All this is, and God alone is real. Brahman, all else is, universe is an appearance. Even banana tree is burnt up when it is thrown into a roaring fire. Om Shanti. शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत. श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.